If you're a busy content creator, because I don't know, you might be a business owner, I've got a secret for you. I've got the biggest Airbnb YouTube channel in the world. My most viral videos took an hour and a half to shoot and edit. And there's a secret to why that most creators are getting absolutely wrong. And if you follow this formula, you're gonna be much happier with your results. You're not gonna go crazy, and your audience is actually gonna like you. My name's Sean Rocky Geach, and this is my channel dedicated to teaching you how I built a massive following in the Airbnb space called the Gladiator Method. Welcome aboard. Let's break a few myths right away, shall we? You don't need a dedicated studio space. You don't need a bunch of fancy equipment and lighting. I'm shooting from my iPhone right now, and the tripod's sitting on a chair. What the audience doesn't know won't hurt them. You don't need to spend $10,000 on production. I know you've got the money, but chill for just a second. Here's what's counterintuitive that will get you stuck. The more money you spend on trying to make good content, the more that you will sacrifice the integrity of your content to try to get views. It's like running ads, for example. The creators in my space, they all run a bunch of ads going, I'll teach you how to do Airbnb, and then they start making wild claims. And then they hire sales guys, and those sales guys lie to make sales because they've got a $50,000 a month ad spend that they have to cover. It's the spend that disconnects you from the audience, that puts you at odds with your own audience. If you instead decided to try to make a brand where your content made sense, where it didn't have a bunch of fancy camera work and a bunch of over-editing because of who you are, the audience will accept an aesthetic, fixed camera, very slow cuts, a little bit of jumping in, jumping out maybe, a little bit of fun editing, some audio, but nothing too crazy. And all of that is besides the point, because why are you making content in the first place? What value do you bring? If it's just so you can get sales, you're gonna have a hard time. Because content is for the long game. Here on YouTube, you build an audience by giving value, and the value you give generates trust, and that can turn into sales in the back end. By being the biggest creator in the Airbnb space, people will search how to do Airbnb, and whoever else they find, whatever other ads that they see, because trust is so low in the world right now that they won't click on an ad and buy right away. They'll keep digging and searching until they find what looks like to be the most authentic and most helpful content. How about that? Just this morning, I woke up at 9:30. I grabbed my Buc-ee's coffee cup, went next door, got my coffee, sat down. While drinking my coffee, I shot a video for my Airbnb channel. I took my iPhone, which I shot it on, drove to the gym, edited the video while at the gym, and between 10 a.m. and 12:30, I had a video completely edited in between my lift. And currently, the reason why I'm shooting this video is because YouTube is checking to make sure that it's monetization friendly, and then I'm gonna make it go live after I shoot this with you. And I'll probably edit this video while I go get lunch and post it here in a few hours. You can run a whole ass business. You can sit down and talk about your smart idea or a new mental model or 5 ways to change something in your industry, whatever is actually helpful, and you can edit that video, take your time in between everything else that you do that day. Edit a couple minutes at a time. I think the one big thing that I have changed, that I can tell you over my 10 years of making content, came from dating a woman in the advertising industry. She shoots videos and designs ads for Pepsi and for FIFA coming up. And she talked about something called photo lock. It was a really cool phrase. When they edit a video, they edit all the footage until the footage is all correct. And then they take the footage and add all the graphic effects and the sound design. I would try to do it all in one sweep. So my one editing tip for you is just edit all the footage together, make sure it's correct and right. Maybe get some of your titles and stuff done, but be very light on the graphics. And then watch the video in a new frame of mind, looking for where you can add sound effects and music and all the interesting stuff. If you can cut the video for value, you're gonna have a very boring, valuable video, and then do another pass for interest. If you can just do that and you honestly make videos to make the world a better place, you will inevitably build an audience. But I will tell you, the more that I try to do something viral, the more I alienate the audience that I have because I feel like I want to graduate out of Airbnb and do something bigger, and that's why I've made new channels. I realize now that I own the category of Airbnb content, I have to protect that audience. My ego wants to grow bigger, but that pond only goes so big. It's okay to have a beautiful relationship with a small community. If I want a bigger community, I have to do different content for a different audience. Otherwise, I will alienate that audience trying to do something more than that is built for them. I'm no longer in service to my audience because my ego has to go big. And that's why I've got this Gladiator Method channel, which is talking content for people who want to learn that. And then Sean Talks, which is my business one. And you know what? People who like my business content or my how to make content might go watch my Airbnb content too. You'll see all the greats do it, like from Graham Stephan to Voidzilla, Coffeezilla. People are making multiple pillars for multiple content. So come back down to earth a little bit. It's absolutely okay to do basic, clean, authentic, lovable content because people can see your enjoyment to share and to teach. Your brand, what your video says about you, is more important than all this extra stuff. And in your flailing to try to do something fancy, you'll come off as a clown and disingenuous half the time. But in your humble approach to teach through clean, basic content and let the content do the work, people might go, you know what? This guy's rich or this girl's rich, and you know what? He's just kind of given his heart. We love that about him or her. Try that instead. And as always, my friends, I'll see you on the other side.